I am back again on my How Much Drag Does X Serve tier list journey, and we are finally in the Pokemon universe. Today we're going to be covering all of the Gen 1 Pokemon, and we're going to rank them from tippy top drag superstar, they deserve a crown, down to the bottom of the barrel. And we're going to find out which Pokemon are anti-drag. If you like this type of video, please be sure to leave a like. And if you really like it, you could even subscribe. It will help people like you find me.
Period.
This video was also recorded live on Twitch, so if you'd like to join in on the fun and the shenanigans, join us. Follow me. I'll leave a link down below in the description, Nina. But now that is enough from me. Let's get into this tier list. I am here once again on my shenanigans of ranking things that don't need to be ranked based on how much drag they serve, And today we are finally starting on our Pokemon journey with Gen 1 Pokemon. I've got them all here. So like every other How Much Drag Does X Serve video, we've got our 5 tiers. Top of the top, we've got
America's next drag superstar.
That of course means you are serving high drag. You could win a season of Drag Race. You are drag queen of all queens, drag king of all kings, drag monster, drag thing, drag artist of all artists. Tippy top right there. Over here, we've got Toot, which means you're still doing drag. It's just like cute. Then we got Boot.
It's a boot.
Which is you're doing drag and I don't really like it. Then we got Ally, which means you're not doing drag, but you would come to the shows. You'd give us $5, $10, $50. You would transfer me. And then at the bottom of the bottom, as per usual, we have anti-drag. And I hate to inform you, some Pokemon here might be anti-drag. And I think I'm gonna piss some people off with this, but listen, remember this is all sillies, this is all goofies. If this is gonna hurt your feelings, please don't watch this. I appreciate you giving it a chance. It's just for sillies, it's not real. It's me out of my little pea brain at 9:37 p.m. on a Thursday. Okay, we're gonna get started. We got 151 Pokemon to get through here. This is gonna be vibes. I'm not explaining myself too fiercely on these. You just gotta trust me. Bulbasaur, ally. Bulbasaur's an ally. Bulbasaur saves babies with Vine Whip. Ivysaur, I'm gonna give a Toot too, because Ivysaur is giving me dragged up Bulbasaur. The bulb has bloomed. The mug is fierce. I love to see it. Venusaur. Venusaur's a boot. I think Ivysaur took it too far. That's on me. I'm not a fan of Venusaur. Charmander! Charmander can be an ally. I see it. In fact, Squirtle can be an ally. The starters all together, allies. Charmeleon? That's anti-drag. Charmeleon looks like they're getting prepared to take my lunch money and to hate crime me a little bit. Charizard. It's so easy to put Charizard in the anti-drag tier, and all the Charizard lovers are gonna be mad at me, and all the Charizard haters are gonna love me. Who do I want to appease more? I did forget about this. I pulled out my woman in STEM card. I said, let's look. This is a Charizard fighting a drag queen. My decision's been made. Charizard's anti-drag. I didn't make the narrative. It wasn't me. Wartortle? That's a 2. Wartortle is Squirtle up in drag. Absolutely. I'm almost ready to say drag superstar. Is that a, no. Wartortle's not a drag superstar. That's just, I'm just excited about the prospect of how much I think Wartortle's doing drag. Blastoise? Does Blastoise go back to ally? Blastoise is going to ally because they did drag when they were a Wartortle, and now they're back to support the drag artists, I think. And their Blastoise cannons, they actually shoot rainbow confetti out of them during Pride. Caterpie. I think Caterpie's a Toot. I think obviously this just looks like a caterpillar. There's a specific caterpillar this is based off of, but they're still cute. Metapod. Boot? Boot because it's the mid-stage of the reveal into the drag superstar that is Butterfree. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I think that's a storyline. Metapod gives the obvious outfit reveal look. Exactly. And you're like, I don't know about that. And then they reveal and you're like, I know about that. Oh, I think we're gonna have the same journey here with Weedle. Weedle's a Toot. Kakuna's a Boot. Beedrill's a drag superstar. Beedrill is snatched like Bosco's coffin. The Pidgey line is all anti-drag. Oh wait, she gets a wig. Toot. I was gonna say, they all kind of have like F-boy haircut from when I was a teenager, but this is wig. You know what? Pidgey's a little baby frat boy. And then Pidgeotto is like a baby frat boy who is exhibiting anti-drag behavior, but secretly wants to do drag and secretly loves queer people. So they're like a secret ally. But when they're with their bros, they're showing nasty behavior, so they're still anti-drag. But then they come into their own, they evolve into Pidgeot, they get their 40 inches, and they're a toot. Okay, Rattata, this is a purple rat. Toot. I think rats are so funny. Raticate, boot. I think purple rat is giving drag. Regular rat, not giving drag. In that case, actually, ally. There's something at Spearow that gives me anti-drag, and mayhaps they are together. This Pidgey and the Spearow in their little frat together. But then they come out of the frat together when they evolve, and Fearow is an ally lover to Pidgeot and supports this diva's drag journey, and they kiss on the mouth. Sorry, they kiss on the beak. Ekans! Ekans is a snake, you're purple. Ekans can be a toot. I think Arbok has the potential to be a drag superstar. Especially with from region to region, they've got different like chest patterns, and I associate her with Jessie, who is a drag superstar. I think Arbok's a drag superstar. Pikachu? Wait, you know what, actually? Reminder, I'm recording this live on twitch.tv. I've been reminded. Pikachu actually has a bunch of costume Pikachu outfits. Let me pull this up. That's drag. Here we are, the cosplay Pikachus. Yeah, no, that's drag. That's drag. Boom, drag superstar. Raichu, on the other hand, anti-drag. Lieutenant Surge Raichu was ready to murder, and I think would be at the protest. And I know some of y'all out there are like, no, Lieutenant Surge is like a closet gay. Not in Miss Fantasy. Sandshrew can be an ally, and I think Sandslash can be an ally too. I don't see them going out of their way to do anything draggy here, but I also don't think they'd be anti-drag because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a Sandslash, so. Okay, the Nidoqueen's and Nidoking line. Queen and King are drag superstars. We understand that. I think Nidorina could go into Toot. I think Nidorino, sure, let's put them both into Toot. And then we'll put, are they doing drag? I don't think they're doing drag yet. I think they're still babies. They can be allies, the Nidorans. Or do I just put them all into Toot? Because they serve gender. Do they serve gender or do they serve gender binary enforced by the universe? I'm gonna put these back down into ally just in case. Clefairy and Clefable's hard because I feel like they're just kind of pink blobs, which is inherently not drag. I'm gonna get hate on. I think Clefable's kind of ugly. I like Clefairy. I'm gonna put Clefairy in Toot. I'll put Clefable in Boot. She looks like fleshier Clefairy to me. I don't know. Clefairy looks soft. Clefable looks... Vulpix is going... Vulpix and Ninetales. Ninetales is going to drag superstar because that's my favorite Pokemon of all time with Vulpix. I'm gonna put them both up there. Is that crazy? That's so biased. I have so many Vulpix behind me right here. That's so biased. Jigglypuff is a drag superstar. You've seen her in the anime. She not only can sing and perform, she can also give a makeover. Wigglytuff can be an ally. She's retired from drag after not winning Drag Race. She did it for a few years and then she ended up retiring. And now she owns a guild. A union for drag Pokemon. Zubat's a bat. Golbat's a bat. What do we think about them? I think they're both just allies. Yeah, Oddish is a toot. Gloom, hear me out. Gloom, I kind of want to put Gloom in drag superstar with Vileplume, which might be crazy. But Gloom and Vileplume serve such different things. Gloom goes on Dragula, Vileplume goes on Drag Race. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stick with that. Paris is a boot. I think Paris is kind of bad. I think Parasect is a toot though. Venonat and Venomoth are boots. You know what else I'm kind of thinking actually? Oh my god, I'm causing drama right here. I think Venonat is a boot, and Venonat was doing drag with Caterpie. And then Caterpie did this little boot reveal and into Butterfree, and it was crazy. And Venonat evolved into Venomoth and didn't get any attention. And she was so mad about it that she turned anti-drag because of it. Oh. And this is why no one ever remembers Venomoth, but we all remember Butterfree. Either that, or she doesn't turn anti-drag, she goes into Toot, but they have a rivalry on a season together. Wait a second. Well, I'll put Venomoth in Toot, but just know, she said some nasty things about Butterfree online. Diglett is an ally, and Dugtrio is an ally. This is a supportive throuple. Meowth does drag. Is Meowth a drag superstar? If we're thinking about Team Rocket's Meowth is a drag superstar. If we're thinking about Meowth in general, ally, because of Payday. Which one do we want to go with here? I'm gonna go with Meowths in general, and Meowths in general, ally. Mind you, I did think about Arbok and Pikachu in regards to the anime. But I'm thinking about Payday and them giving us the money, and I really like that as an idea. Persian can be an ally, I guess. Psyduck ally. Psyduck gives me ally. They're trying their best. They're just a little duck on the side of the road. Like, they're hanging out. They're trying their best. They're supporting you. Golduck is anti-drag, and I'm completely biased. I think Golduck might be my least favorite Pokemon. A, makes me mad that doesn't get Psychic type. B, roll the freaking tape, Aria, in the future. How much time do I have on the Sandy? 10 minutes still. Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! Was that not a Flutter Mane? I'm gonna throw up. That's despawned. This is another reason why I hate Golduck and why Golduck might be my least favorite Pokemon. So now you know why I'm fueled of hatred for Golduck, and that behavior was anti-drag. Primeape and Mankey are also anti-drag. They would come up to us and snatch our wigs right off our heads at the gigs. Growlithe is an ally. This is your dog. Arcanine is your dog in drag, and it's a toot. Poliwag gives me toot. Poliwhirl gives me ally. Poliwrath gives me anti-drag because of the wrath they experience. If this Poliwhirl turned into a Politoed, back up into toot, maybe drag superstar. Poliwrath is what happens when a Poliwhirl goes anti-drag. That's what they evolve into. For an Alakazam, at least all have to be allies because of Lady Gaga. I'm gonna put Abra. Let's put them in Toot. Abra and Toot, Kadabra and Boot, because I think Kadabra's kind of weird. Alakazam, I'm gonna put into Drag Superstar. I think that works. Machop, Machoke, Machamp. It'd be so easy to be like, they're jocks, therefore they're anti-drag. You know what? Machop could be down here with like Pidgey, Spearow, Mankey. They're in with the wrong crowd. They don't quite get it. Then Machoke happens, and Machoke is like, oh my god, I just was like suppressing my feelings, internalized homophobia. And then Machamp, ultimate drag king. That's what I think. I love character growth. Bellsprout, Toot. Weepinbell, Boot. Victory Bell, Toot. I don't think I need to elaborate. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Tentacool is a Boot. Tentacruel is a Toot. I think Tentacool is like baby, obviously they're baby versions. It's very easy to be like, Tentacool was doing drag as a little drag baby and they didn't get the hang of it yet. And then they had their big Glamazon glow up and now they're a Tentacruel. Well, that's how I feel. So, Geodude, I don't know. I don't trust them for some reason. Like, something about this line is kind of freaking me out. I don't think I'm all an anti-drag. They're the rocks people threw at me. Just kidding, no one's ever thrown rocks at me. That was crazy. I can't just say that. I think Ponyta is a Toot. I think Rapidash gets to go up into Drag Superstar. Slowpoke, Slowbro. Tough decision. Slowpoke. I think Slowpoke, Toot. Slowbro, ally. I think Slowpoke into Slowking is when the Drag Superstar happens. Slowbro's just an ally, shows up at the shows. I love the magnets. They are allies though. And this is another thruple. Just like Dugtrio, a supportive thruple. Farfetch'd gives me anti-drag. Or Boot. No, Farfetch'd is a Hatsune Miku fan. That's a Boot though. I'm gonna say Doduo is an ally. Dodrio. No, I think Dodrio is anti-drag. I think their behavior is too hostile. Seal can be an ally. No, Seal and Dugong can be Toots. They're cute. There's nothing wrong with them. I get that they're just like Seals and Dugongs and whatever, but it's fine. Grimer and Muck? What am I supposed to work with here? They're just like slime. And they're not even mugged up. Ally? They're allies. They're the makeup wipes in the trash. This is Muck. I think Shelter and Cloyster gotta get up there. I think they're up here somewhere, and I think they're at least a 2. That's drag. Ghastly Haunter, Gengar. Ugh. I don't like these Pokemon. Any Pokemon that the world's told me to like, I automatically don't like, which is stupid. Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar are all pretty campy canonically. Haunter literally has limp wrists. You're right. Okay, Haunter, 2. Gengar, 2. Ghastly, Boot. How about that? Is that fine? Onyx is an ally. I've seen how Onyx behaves. They're an ally. Drowsy and Hypno are anti-drag. I don't want them. Krabby? Wow, Gen 1 Pokemon are boring. I feel like I can't just put them into anti-drag because I don't like them and I think they're boring. I'm gonna put them in Boot. You know what? They're gonna be Boot. I don't know if they're actually doing drag. Kingler is king in their name though. I think they're boring Boot. Voltorb and Electrode I think are funny, and for that, I give them a Toot. They are a dragged up Pokeball. Exeggcute? More like Exegguboot. Regular Exeggutor also Boot. Alolan, drag superstar. Cubone's a child, Cubone's an ally, Cubone's mom is an ally as well. They're both allies, they go to the drag shows, they support us. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, they're too busy, but they're not being actively anti-drag, so they can be allies. Lickitung is a toot. Lickitung might be a drag superstar. Camp drag superstar? Camp queen winning the season? Yeah, I'm going with it. You can't stop me. Coughing and wheezing. You know what? Where did I put? I want to put coughing with Ekans over here, but they are rejecting each other. But I want to put them in toot. Wheezing. We're going to put wheezing up in drag superstar with Arbok though, and they can be next to each other. Well, no, I'll keep it in order. We know they're drag superstars. We've also... Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Evidence. Rhyhorn Rhydon. Anti-drag. Why? I don't know. Just the vibes I get. Chansey's an ally. This is a thing. I think Chansey, like, this is not knocking Chansey being cute. Chansey's very cute. But I think Chansey thrives in being an ally and likes being an ally. Chansey likes being the friend that goes and supports. With a pun name like Rhydon, that's a drag name baby. Or is it like Rhydon like a pun for us because we do drag and it's like kind of... Do I want to believe Rhydon can be a drag king? Fine. You know what? I do like Rhyhorn. I'll see it. I just think Gen 1 Pokemon are boring. I'm so sorry. Tangela is a drag superstar. Although I could put her in boot for her boots. That's just a wig. That's a wig with boots. That's a wig the house down boots. Kangaskhan is... Ooh, wait. Okay, but here's the drama. Is Kangaskhan a mother that is trying to protect the children now? Because she's really into protecting her child. And I'm a little bit worried that she's going to be like, drag story times are dangerous. That's anti-drag. Correct me if I'm wrong. You think supportive mom? But we put Marowak in supportive mom. Can we have 2 supportive moms? Is that allowed? You know what? There is like people like make connections between them. Okay, Twitch chat's convinced me. I'll take her out of anti-drag. She does go to the drag story times. Horsey's just a seahorse, but they're cute. Toot. Seadra, I'm gonna give a toot to as well. Get you up there. You're a toot. Oh, Goldeen? Goldeen's a drag superstar. Have you heard her? That's what I thought. Seaking, I like Seaking, but Seaking is kind of forgettable, unfortunately. And for that, I'm just gonna bump them down to toot. They weren't as famous as they were when they were a Goldeen, unfortunately. Staryu and Starmie, they're stars. They're stars, they're going up there. I'm gonna put Staryu in toot, but with a bit of growing into Starmie and a water stone, that's a drag superstar. Mr. Mime, people are gonna be mad at me over this. Actually, no, I'm sticking with this. Mr. Mime's gonna be a boot. Mr. Mime's doing drag for sure. I just don't like it. Scyther, I think Scyther's getting a toot. I think Scyther's like a drag mantis thing. Jinx. Jinx is doing drag. Jinx in the present day is a drag superstar. Like this. Aja's a drag superstar. Aja just did a Jinx reference. Drag superstar. She should be up here. Electabuzz and Magmar are anti-drag. They would say something mean to me in public. And so would Pinsir. With all of their sideways teeth that go like... Tauros is an ally. You might say, hey, no. That's anti-drag. They're gonna charge you down and run you over. However, I was really obsessed with Tauros as a kid, and I had a whole like daycare breeding system for Tauros. I was like building a farm. Magikarp is giving me boot. Gyarados is giving me drag superstar, and it's a reveal. Does that make sense? I actually like Magikarp's design. Lapras can go into toot. Everyone rags on me for not loving Lapras as much as everyone else does. Lapras G-Max, I love. I think they're cool. I think Lapras is just a toot to me. Lapras isn't drag superstar. I say as I look up here and see like a Lickitung. Ditto is a drag queen. Ditto is a drag king. Ditto is a drag monster and a drag thing and a drag artist, cause Ditto can be whatever they wanna be. Drag superstar. Eevee is so queer. I'm gonna put them all in toot. Okay, no, actually, Eevee, toot. Vaporeon, drag superstar. Jolteon, toot. Flareon, toot. Are we okay with that? Porygon is a duck from the computer. Ally. The duck song's an ally. Omastar. Oh, Omanite ally. Omastar drag superstar. We could put Omanite in toot to make that storyline make more sense. How about that? Kabuto. Ally. Kabutops. Okay, where do we put Pinsir? Pinsir's anti-drag. Scyther is a toot. Kabuto is like the two of them fused. You know what? Let's put Kabuto and Toot to have a storyline with Scyther on TV together. I think that's good. Aerodactyls, anti-drag, because they're from that prehistoric time and they want to light us on fire. Can they breathe fire? I don't know. I just feel like Aerodactyl's mean. Snorlax is an ally. Have you ever seen a more allying ally? Articuno is a drag superstar. Out of all of the birds, the 3 elemental birds, drag superstar. Zapdos, honestly, I'm gonna put Zapdos in drag superstar as well. Moltres, unfortunately, I hate to say it, you are a boot. Dratini 2, Dragonair, drag freaking superstar. Dragonite downgrade, ally. That's how I feel. Mewtwo? Is Mewtwo ally or is Mewtwo anti-capitalist? I can't remember if Mewtwo's like, people? Mewtwo's anti-human, that's kind of given ally, if I'm honest. That's an ally to me. English dub Mew, drag superstar. Japanese Mew gives anti-drag. You're right. I've heard that the original Mew lines in the Japanese version of the first movie are like nasty and she's reading. We'll even them out and put them both in allies because you know what? Mew theoretically like made all these Pokemon, so that's ally behavior. This is unhinged, but hey, we did it. I think I stand by it. My heart said what my heart said. Let me know down below though if you disagree with it, because you probably do. Oh. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. We are finally done our first generation, but we have 9 to get through. And eventually, Gen 10. Switch 2's out, who knows? They're pumping those games out like gasoline at a gas station. I don't drive. What do people pump? Air into balloons? If you've made it this far and you haven't already, please make sure to drop a like. Bye. And hey, subscribe. It'd be cool. It'd be kind. It'd be nice. And it would help this video reach people like you who like content like this. And hey, it also helps me know that like I should keep doing this for you and that you like it. And then you like me. And then I feel validated and it's cool and I can go to sleep happy at night. Ding! But I will see you in another video. Right, friends? Right. Goodbye.